All right, happy anniversary to Kelly Clarkson. 19 years ago today, September 4th, 2002, she won the very first season of American Idol. And again, doing a 24-hour intermittent fasting for her. Now, 19-year anniversary is kind of interesting because of astrology. Every 19 years, obviously, the Earth goes around the Sun 19 times, but the Moon also goes around the Earth almost exactly 235 times. I think plus or minus only a fraction of a percent. And so the same moon phase will show in the sky after 19 years. That's why we had, when we have a full moon on Halloween, there tends to be a lot of unlucky events, right? We had COVID-19, we had 9/11, 19 years before that we had stagflation, and then 19 years before that we had JFK. You get the idea, right? So 19-year anniversaries tend to bring about similar events because the moon's gravity affects human behavior, right? And so, happy anniversary to Kelly Clarkson. Now, it brings up another good reason that I love intermittent fasting. I talked about this yesterday. A lot of people focus all on the negative for some reason. So I have a friend at the board game club that I go to every Saturday that I'm just about to head out to go to. He's trying to quit smoking. And he's always romanticizing about what he's missing out by not smoking. I have a hard time convincing him, so I've learned to stop talking to him about this. But I wish he would, instead of quitting smoking, let go of smoking and enjoy all the other spoils in life, right? So, ever since I started fasting, I noticed that I've been able to appreciate all sorts of other kinds of music, right? Instead of just listening to Kelly Clarkson all the time, I've actually switched radio stations. I listen to a lot of classical music nowadays. During the quarantine, classical music has been really nice as some kind of work background music, right? When I'm tutoring, I do a private tutoring. I'll usually have one ear plugged into. I love Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony. I love it because it keeps me from I have a big problem when things go silent. I want to fill those gaps in. And sometimes I don't fill them in with the most appropriate of things, right? I got a student who's thinking about his math problem, and all of a sudden I'm bragging about how I'm fasting, or very, you got kids who are 12, 13 years old. Sometimes I don't talk very appropriately. I mean, nothing terribly inappropriate, but things that kids aren't going to keep their minds on, right? Fasting, financial topics. I sometimes go astray when things get too quiet, right? And sometimes having pastoral playing in the background really helps. See, I would never explore new tastes like that if I were constantly thinking about food, which is how I used to behave, right? That's one of the big benefits of fasting. I've explored a lot of new things this past year. Now, my friend who's smoking, he keeps thinking about how many cigarettes he's giving up, right? It's never about freeing himself from cigarettes, right? See, if you are trying to imagine you were serving a very long prison sentence and you wanted to do some good behavior to get out early, right? You're not giving up years of prison, right? You're gaining freedom to do all these new things, right? That's what I want people to think of when they think of binge eating, when they think of smoking, when they think of alcohol problems, drug problems, gambling problems. You're never giving up those things, right? You're freeing yourself from them. All right, happy anniversary to Kelly Clarkson.